Oh, I forgot. Oh, there it is. It came up. All right, sweet. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I didn't have to. Well, I still had to go to the website, but that's okay. Hold on. Sorry for making noise on the mic. Where the mic is sitting got very, very itchy. Okay, this is showing excellent connection. I see it says live for some amount of seconds. Everything here looks good. Let's do a quick test of the old hello chat. And I see it, so we know that's working. We have our mirroring is up, and I'm waiting to see. There's video. I can close this. We're good. Okay. Everything appears to be working, which is a plus. And, oh, perfect. Right where I wanted to be, too. That's amazing. Okay. Oh, I have to post really quick. Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm hoping that your Thursday is not as warm as mine is. It is 100 and... Oh, no. Okay, this thing is full of crap. It's 100, I believe it's 101 right now. I think that's what the thing said when I was last out there. My phone is saying 96. My phone consistently undercounts what it actually is, so it is not 96. I can tell you that having just been outside. It ain't no 96. I mean, it's around 100 for sure. So, okay, bear with me a minute. Just have to... Oh, good. There's my alert saying, yep, you're live, which I already knew, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, phone. I silenced it this time before I actually had a large alert going off in your ears, so that's a plus. All right, so, yeah. I finally have at least a system down for this stuff. Did I just... Today, okay. I'm just making sure I posted everywhere. There we are. Okay, right here. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Yes, I'm in the right spot. There we are. Okay, right there. And is there a promo spot for this? There, promo area. There we are. There we go. Oh, okay. Sorry, one more or two more spots. 1 and 2. Done. Close Discord. We're done there. All right, bouncing back to here. Post that, please. And that is now posted, and we'll post in the one last place I have to go, which is right here. No, I don't need a direct message. I just need to... Jeez. There we go. Okay, and done. All right. So let me move my keyboard really quick, and we'll be ready to go. And done. Got it. And bear with me a minute. I'm going to get a sip of water really quick. 1 second. Oh man, cold water. Cold water. Cold water is fantastic. Fantastic. All right. So let's go ahead and do our little opening bit here. And, oh, real quick. Gotta do this fast. Or I might not do it fast enough. Oh, just in time. Wow, just in time. That was a close one. All right. So let's rotate this. There we go. So that better fits in the space I have allotted. So I'm going to, I believe, no, last stream was when I did the video editing. We're not doing that tonight. It's going to be probably a short stream. I would say probably about 40 minutes. But I'm going to be doing more work on this image for somebody who wants a commissioned card from me. I don't remember whether I did all this on the stream or not, the kind of black lines. I think I did. I want to say I did, but I don't remember exactly. Oh, I have to put... No, I guess I don't. I think I'm good there. Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe changing her helmet on this. I don't know for sure. It's not a definite thing yet, but I'm kind of bouncing around with the idea of it. Is actually giving her a different helmet entirely. Something, because I've seen other types that other artists have done. And I mean, for something like this, if I'm really going to be playing around, I'm going to be doing something different, then why not do something different? Oh, good. I did the helm on its own layer. Excellent. Well, at least I was that smart. You know, because I've seen kind of like twisty, bony versions of it, and I want it to follow the general line work of that, but I don't know, I want to see something here. Because I haven't really, I mean, if I'm going to be doing, you know, almost something that mirrors the blades coming off her body, so it feels like it's more tied to this stuff down here. I don't know if you can see that arrow. Wait, am I on the wrong layer? Did I turn this layer down? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, is it this? It is that. Yeah, sorry, because you couldn't see that arrow. So I want to tie like this. Jeez, are you kidding me? Really? There we go. Tie this to like this. So see these to be related. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I like the same basic shape, more or less. Although I also thought, oh, you know what? Huh. I just had another thought. This wraps around and comes out like this. Like a mandible on her face. And I don't like that shape, but the idea I like. So something like this, where there's some sharpness to it. Yeah, something like that. But see, something where it's like this just bony protrusion coming up. But I'm not going to make it really symmetrical the way I usually do things, but have it coming off, like something like that. So it still sort of has the original shape that her helmet has, but it's not completely the same. Okay, I can't see that. Hold on, I gotta turn the red stuff off for a minute. Let me just do, because I literally can't see what I'm drawing. So, yeah, I don't like this. I gotta fix. Gotta fix this. I like the idea of something coming out. Oh, you know, huh? I wonder if instead of it being like that, it should. Oh, where am I? Which layer am I on? Hold on. Yeah, I'm on the right one. Instead of it being wrapping around, what if it comes up and kind of jaggeds like this? Something like... No, I don't like that. Okay, no, not like that. I like the idea of making the horns into bone horns. Like, I'm okay with that. That to me looks good, and I'll probably do something like this. You know, so again, I want to mirror the kind of idea that this is a joint of some kind. Something like that, where it's like interlocking. Which I guess if it's on this side, it would actually be like this. It would kind of, nah, don't do that. And it would kind of there. That's the interlock there. That's what that would look like. On this side, you would see, okay, but I'm not doing it like as sloppy as that. Something like the protrusion would be there, and then it would kind of arc down, and that's going to hold that. Yeah, I like that better. The other idea I had, similar, was to have the horns coming off the front, but then she's just like a generic devil. Nah, I'm not doing that. There's a million devils that look like that. That ain't for me. That I need more than that. I need more originality than just making a devil head. So something like that. Where is the where are her eyes? Because I gotta get rid of those. Then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the eyes. And I really don't know that yet. Because the eyes can't be there, so... Oh, there we go. That layer is just the eyes? Really? I was that smart? Wait a minute, no it's not. Oh, it's also the hand. Okay. Well, then we'll just mask it. That's fine. Of course, moron. Paint, need the paint, there we go. Okay. So, let's see. Let's do a new layer. Let's go to pencil. There we are. Because I still need to have, like, something here. It's not going to just be nothing. But we'll have it come up. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out... This part I'm trying to figure out. This is good that I've got the nose line there to kind of wrap this up. Because she should have something on her face. And then something like that wrapping back. And then something like this, and something like that. And then a second line coming... Okay, hold on, I gotta follow this up. So if this comes up, so this would be like that. That would be there, and this would come down to that line, and that would come out. Nope, I don't like that at all. We may go with simpler... Let's go with a simple thing like that, maybe. Maybe I don't need to... go too crazy with this. Where are those ridges at? That's that. There it is. Let's mask this. Let's go back to paint. Let's mask that out. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Oh, sorry, it just froze on me. Let me bring it back. There we go. That'll take a second, which I will take advantage of that by getting a drink of water. Okay, let's see. Now you should be seeing it. There we are. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think that's better. I really do. I think that's a better angle for this. Okay. So, let's keep going on. Let's take a look at what this is actually going to look like. Is that the right? Oh, I was doing it in pencil. Really? I did it in black pencil, huh? Jeez, I don't even remember doing that. Yeah, I guess I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. I don't usually do black pencil, so that's a new one. Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's still going. So... oh. Yeah, I want it to wrap around. I don't like the idea of that. So we'll have this coming up. Let's have this going back. This is just, you know, really trying to lock in the idea here. And then at the nose, this comes down. I still got to figure out what I'm going to do with the wraparound. I'm going to have this happen. Kind of like the idea of a two-part mask. Have it come up like that. Because I do want it to mimic her kind of classic look. I don't want to completely dump that look. I just don't. I like how her old stuff looks. So I fine doing experimentation on something new, but I don't want to make it a new character. It should still be Sheoldred in the end. You should still recognize, even in an altered form, you should know who it is. You know what I mean? Like, you should still know who that character is. You know, because they do different versions of things like Darth Vader. You could find people who've done all these artistic interpretations of Darth Vader, but you still know it's Darth Vader. You know, there's still that idea of what he is. I'm going to have it where the bone is kind of spurring off her head. Sort of like that. It's a good joining piece. But that's what I mean. I don't want it to suddenly be not recognizable as Sheoldred. Like, somebody who knows who Sheoldred is still going to... oh, I have something... there we go. We'll still know this... oh, I see what I did. Huh. Well, you know what? Let's mask that out. Let's mask out anything... am I not on that thing? Am I not on that thing? Where am I? Oh, it's this. Sorry. It's on the wrong layer. Yeah, I don't want it to be unrecognizable. I think you should still know who the character is. Like I said, the Darth Vader analogy, I think, is the best one. Where you can, you know, I've seen samurai versions of Darth Vader and cyberpunk versions and all these different interpretations, which are all really neat. But at the same time, you have to know it's still Darth Vader. If you don't, that's I don't know, I don't like that. Like, there is the idea of transforming something so radically you don't recognize it. It's not a bad idea. You can do it, but that's not what I'm trying to do. So we're going to stick with making sure that people know when they see this that it is still Sheoldred no matter what. That we have not invented a new character here. She is still the same vicious, you know, whatever she is. She's a Phyrexian, I guess. Is that how you're supposed to pronounce it? That she always was. Yeah, I like the bone, because that makes this feel more unified. I don't want it to all feel like parts. Now, on here, on the armor, she usually has really sharp things, which are kind of bony, but I'm gonna emphasize the crookedness of them more, so much as I can. I don't have a lot of room with this, so, you know, I can't go insanely, you know, over detail, because don't forget, this thing is actually going to be about that big. So what you're seeing on your screen is roughly what the card size is if you were to hold your hand. That's how big this is actually going to be. So you cannot go too over the top with the detail on it, because you're not going to see it. That's one thing. I mean, I could still do a version of this in the larger size, which I may do. But that is one frustrating bit about the card thing, is you know that inherently, no matter how detailed you'd like it to be, you're only going to get so much out of it because the cards are only so big. Okay, those don't look like the same thing at all. So we have to have these match thematically. So something like that. Yeah. There we are. And there's only 4 of them, so just do that. And do that. So something like that. I'm probably going to send this to the individual who's commissioning the card after this stream and say, okay, this is where I am. Is this kind of what you were thinking? Because I don't want to go too far. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like these ideas. I do like where this is going. So even if this person were to come back and say I don't like it, I would still do some version of this. That's why some people, they don't want to do sketches until somebody pays them. And that's not really my thing. I don't mind doing the sketch work beforehand. Oh, for 2 reasons. One, I would like the person to actually like what I'm going to be doing. I don't want to just do something and then find out the person was like, oh yeah, that's great, thanks. And they hate it. So there is that benefit. But also, if for some reason this person doesn't like this, then I'll keep this and I'll do this myself and I'll restart with a different idea for that person. That's okay too. I don't consider it a waste of time. Because it's letting me do a fun version of this character that I really would never, honestly, would not have considered doing it this way before. All right, so here, let's have this join up. Oh, that's not. Go back to the sketch thing. Let's have this join up right there. And then let's have this sweep out like this, like a second plate. Yeah. I kind of like the idea. It looks like sort of a skull underneath, like it's parts of a skull somewhat. I kind of like that idea. And then let's do this. We'll get the strap things or whatever these would be considered. That would go here. And then this will wrap. Hold on, let me get back a little bit. And we'll just have that come out like that. There. As you can see, I'm not following exactly what my other lines are. That's okay. But something like that. You know what you know what it is? I know what it is. There's something about this that's bothering me. It's this. This shouldn't be wrapping down that much. This should be coming up like that. That's how it would actually look. Then let's do these underneath things. So I'm going to try to follow the... Doing these more harshly. Like that. Okay, yeah, those aren't wrapping enough. That's the problem with those. They're going to wrap more like that. All right, there we go. Yep. And then these would come off that way. And you won't even see the other one of that. Let's clean that up. Make sure this is still... Yep, you can still see it. It hasn't frozen again. I did notice it does seem to freeze more on this software, but it also recovers very well. So I'll take that trade-off. I just have to pay attention. That's all. So there's the face straps, which the 2 underneath should be underneath. So we'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of these. And we'll leave it like that. Yep. Okay. Sip of water because I am extraordinarily thirsty. Now, I'm not going to make everything bony. So like the chest armor and that plate that's there, that stuff doesn't have to be bony the way the rest of the stuff is. It does not. It just has to, you know, I like a lot of it to be that way. And like this, the arm gauntlets do not have to be bone. That's okay. Now, one thing that a lot of these, you know what I am going to do? Give me that red. I want to add some... Where's the red stuff? Here it is. I want to add like an under red to this whole thing. Okay. Just making sure I didn't miss any chat messages. Hold on. I don't think I did. I have a hunch that the one viewer is probably my sister. Hello, Gina. So let's see. If that's you. If it's not, I'm not calling anybody else Gina. Sorry. So you want to have this stuff like this. I want to have more kind of variety in that so it looks more organic. Yeah, something like that. Okay, yeah, see, I think that's gonna look better if it isn't just all even. So just kind of rippling through. Yep, there we are, just to kind of add a little bit of randomness, which organic stuff usually isn't perfectly You don't usually see a lot of perfect straight lines in nature. So there shouldn't be much in here. They were fine as, placeholders, but... and I need to mention the black oil thing. I got to figure that out. But I can literally do that last. Because, adding, like, black oil stuff, that's simple. So I'm not too worried about that. Yeah. Let's just looking at something, but that looks right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, before I forget something. Just remembered something. I have to tell somebody happy birthday. There we go. Because I will forget. I'm terrible at birthdays. Terrible at it. So I try to do it when I think of it. There we are. I just thought of that. So it takes 2 seconds to send a message to somebody. You should do it. If somebody you're thinking of, send them a message. Good thing to do. Because you never know. Not meaning that something might happen to that person, never know, although there is that. But also, as Mr. Ann Pruitt pointed out in a recent show, sometimes that person might just be in a place where they need to hear from somebody, and you don't know it, but you're helping them out. So, do that. If you have a parent that you're really close to, send that parent a message. Tell them you love them. Just randomly. Tell them you're thinking about them. Not everybody says I love you to their parents, or is like that, which I understand. I was never really... My parents and I were never really huggy. A lot of people out in California, they hug. Everybody out here has to hug. Ugh. It's fine. It's just not for me. You like hugging, go crazy, I guess. It's like when everybody out here loves other people. Everybody loves the other person they're talking to. Everybody. Oh, I love you. And I'm like, man, I use that word very specifically. I use it a lot for food. Like I love pizza. I don't use it for people a lot. Maybe that says something about me psychologically. I don't care. So, yeah, I was actually thinking, as far as the stream goes, I thought I was going to do more editing for the stream, but I decided I have to get... Actually, I shouldn't say that. I'm actually ahead. I'm okay where I am in that edit. I would say I am 80% of the way there, and I'm aiming to release it in August. So I'm doing well. For a 5-hour edit, to have the basics of the edit are done, really. I've got all the audio video is synced up. I think I have all the clips I have to use. That I have to worry about YouTube, of course, blocking it. I did an edit for Len Kabaczynski, who's a friend that I do these shows with. And he usually records his video, and his camera went out on him. Oh, I just noticed it stopped the connection. Let me get that back for you. And so he sent me the thing, and he said, hey, would you be able to do an edit of this? Which I was, and it was fine. That was only an hour, so that didn't take long. That took, I want to say 3-4 hours. Not much. Where was I going with that? So when I finished that, I did a test upload onto this YouTube channel, where one of them. Sorry, I keep forgetting I've streamed to 3. But I did a test upload to the main podcast channel, and it came back with one of the weirdest blocks. Not just demonetization, but flat said, no, this will not air in the United States. Now, the show itself is a hour-long discussion and celebration of the 1988 film Dead Heat, with Joe Piscopo and Treat Williams. Great movie if you've never seen it. A movie that is very, very unique, because I don't really know any other movie that quite operates the way that it does, in the way that it does, certainly not at the time, which it's described as a buddy cop zombie horror comedy film. Don't hear that description often. And so we did an hour on that. And Len, generally, when we do our shows, they're almost never more than an hour. That's just generally, we 30 to 60 minutes, which is great because it kind of gives me as a very clear, unlike the shows that I do on my channel, where unless it's the 5-minute daily shows, it could go for 3 hours and has at times, but we typically go at least 2 hours and we never really know how long it's going to be. With Len, it's very, very easy to know, okay, this is going to be no more. I think one time, well, when we did, I'm going to drink of water, I'm still thirsty. Hold on. When we did our tournament episodes, where we were basically having 2 movies go head to head, I think a few of those might have gone an hour 15, an hour 20. But that's rare. That's an unusual situation. So it's, with Lens, it's very easy to be like, oh, okay, I know I'm going to be in and out in about an hour. Like it's easy. If anything, there's times where I'm like, well, I could talk for another hour, but I'm okay not doing that. It's fine to have that kind of, all right, get your thoughts in order type of thing. So that edit didn't take long. It really didn't. But in that entire hour-long episode, the only thing that the copyright holder... Now, I used multiple clips. I looked at one point, I had about, out of a 90-minute movie, I used about 15 minutes worth of clips. Now, not consecutively. I was, kind of punching them in and out for emphasis on things we were talking about or showing off specific scenes, that type of stuff. And for whatever reason, the only thing that triggered the block was... Towards the end, we were just recommending the movie. I mean, this is a promotional video for this movie. We're not trying to take money away from the movie. We're, in fact, trying to drive revenue towards it, which is the most idiotic part of the way this whole system works. Not to mention it's just a bad system. It's just a very poor system. One that was put in reflexively because these companies didn't want to get into, to make any of these companies actually have to justify their reflexive responses to anybody showing an image from their thing. And look, I'm the first one to defend creator rights. I'm not trying to take money out of an artist's pocket. I'm not. But our videos are not... Number one, my channel, or our show channel, is not monetized. If I'm not even introducing the concept of making money from it, then give me a break. Number one. But, regardless, the funny part was, it was just a part where I showed... Because none of the clips used audio. They were mostly, certain scenes, effect shots, that type of thing. Just saying, hey, look at this great thing. And the one that I used just towards the end, because there was a long stretch where we were talking and there wasn't anything visual, and I try to kind of spice up the video with imagery here or there. And I just had a picture, it's the opening scene of the movie where they're driving along in a car. That's it. That's all it is. There's nothing even really that exceptional happening. It just showed the 2 actors in a car. And that's the literal 2 minutes out of the whole thing that they objected to and said we're going to block it. I mean, it's just lunacy. I don't know how else to put it. It's just lunacy. But luckily, taking that minute out, or 2 minutes out, didn't harm a thing. It was very easy. I just basically chopped that block out, and then I re-uploaded the video, and it was clean, so that video is going to go live tomorrow. But it's just bonkers. You just sit there and go, how is this a system that anybody thinks is actually good? And I don't think they actually think it is. It's just they don't care enough to change it. It's a bad system. But luckily, it was a pretty simple thing to change. I could have erased every clip if I needed to. I had background video. It would have been fine. But I'm really glad I didn't have to, because I think that there's a benefit to seeing the stuff that we're talking about. I really do. I think it helps sell the movie. Again, the crazy part of this whole thing is that we're trying to sell the movie for these people. And they're doing these stupid copyright strikes on it. It's just, well, not even copyright strike. I started to appeal it, and I thought, well, what if let me just see what they're actually asking to remove. And when I saw that it was just a small bit, and not even a small bit where it was really critical that you needed to see it, I didn't feel like doing the appeal. I could have written it. It would have taken a few minutes, but I was like, no, I'll just take it out. Because this is not what they've decided to get all nuts about is so minimal that I can take it out and it doesn't affect anything. There's nothing to it. So, bizarre for sure. I have no explanation for it, but whatever. At least it was easy to fix. It could have been a lot worse. They could have objected to every single clip, and that would have taken some... I mean, I just would have wiped all the clips out if it was that bad, but Still would have been annoying to do it. All right, let's do the circle here. So, yeah. I may tighten this circle a bit. I don't like it. I don't like the size of this generally. Let's try to bring it down a little bit. I'll still center it in what it was. So maybe like that. Oh, you know, maybe I should do 2 of them. Let me see. That was kind of like, I mean, you know, just I like circles. Okay, well, that's too big, so let's bring it in a bit and see if we can get that centered properly. Yeah, I don't hate that. I'm okay with that. I'm going to have the circle go behind her. So let's go ahead. Oh, you know, I should just merge these. Merge. There we are. And then, yeah, I'm going to erase all this because I want the circle to be behind her. Some circles I have over the top, and some I have go behind. This is going to be a behind circle. So let's do this. And we'll get rid of that. Okay, okay. I have it go off. I don't want to be in the hand. It's going to go behind the hand. There we go. It's obviously going to be behind this. Yeah. So yeah, so that was actually I saw that Len uploaded it to his channel maybe 10 minutes ago. So that's good. That's good. Because I tried to get it over to him as fast as possible. Because I had to export it and then I had to basically shrink it a bit because it was a huge size. And honestly, for YouTube, it doesn't matter. I mean, YouTube crushes everything anyway. Oh, man, you know what? The circles aren't even. I just realized that. Oh, I'll fix it when this isn't even the final version. No, I should. No, I should fix it now. I should fix it now because I might end up using. All right, there we go. I don't know how I did that. It's all right. I'll fix it. So basically, that's even. Okay. Now I can merge down. Here we are. All right. It's fine. Annoying, but whatever. Not a huge deal. Not the biggest deal in the world. Just have to get rid of this stuff. So yeah, so that was fun. And you know, I like doing that stuff. So I was happy to help out because I think that's all practice. It's good practice. I like the idea of making videos. The actual making of the videos is not as fun for me. Because it's just a lot of tedium. A lot. Which anybody who's ever, you know, worked in movies or anything already knows that. This, you know, you see the end product as an audience member. You don't realize how much work goes into that. But when you, I mean, even something, and this video that we did was very simple. I'm not going to even pretend it was something complicated. And the amount of effort for that is just crazy. When you have to put it together, not the effort of making it. I mean, we had a blast talking. But then when I had to edit it, it was just like, oh boy. To do it right and not to just do it sloppy and quick, which I could have done. I could have thrown together a very fast video. Len would not have cared. And I know he wouldn't have. But I really wouldn't have been comfortable doing that. And so it takes effort. So I think with this, now this, well, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with that later. I gotta work out what I'm gonna do with those circles. But I know I need to have circles around her hands. And they're gonna be positioned differently than I did here. I don't like this positioning at all. I think I just did that as quick stuff, but I want that more like that. And that may not look drastically different to you than what was there, but it looks different to me. And then this circle will be right on there. Okay, and then we just need kind of the background waves, I guess. So put those down here. And these are just, you know, again, kind of placeholdery. They're not going to be final by any stretch, but just so he can get a sense of what I'm thinking with this stuff. These will all radiate out. crooked them a bit. Oh, I'm happy we're finally getting a break from the heat. A break being 90, but still, compared to being over 100 for the last almost 3 weeks, I want to say now, you know what? 90's okay. It'll feel cool compared, which is an astonishing thing to say, but that's just the truth. It will feel like a fall day, and that's just bonkers. But that's what happens when the climate is being altered and nobody wants to do anything about it, which is what's happening. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm not trying to be political on you, but that's what's going on. I love people who just want to ignore what's happening in the world and pretend that they can just create their own version of it. Okay. Remember that when your shoes are melting off your feet. So, yes, at least we're getting a break from that. Okay. Okay. This is, I mean, again, this is very sketchy. This is not the final version by any stretch. I'm going to refine this, but this is enough for me to send to him. Actually, I don't know if it's him. I really don't, based on I just have an initial. Initial could mean anything. So when I send this to this individual, there we go. Cover my bases nice and easy. This is just to say, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Let me know if this is not in line with what you were envisioning. And we'll see what the response is. But as I said, even if the response is, no, I don't like it, which is fair. Person can say that. It's their commission. They can say that. And I don't have any ego about it. It's not going to make me upset or anything. I'll just say, okay, well, let me try to rework this in a different way. And I'll do something with this. And that'll be fine. That's why I don't get a lot of ego about it, because either way, this thing will get used. Somehow, I'll make something out of this because I like it. I don't know what form it'll be. It might be the card. It might be something else. Whatever it is going to be something. Yeah, I don't need to really be perfect on this either, because this is just sketching, but I just want to make sure it's, clear what's going on. So if yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, just real quick, just chop that out. Just enough that you tell where the lines are and aren't. I'm not going to go too crazy on this. Yep, get rid of all that. Make that bigger. There we go. Actually, that can be in there. Just can't be in there. Or there. Or there. Well, not in the head either. Yeah. Okay. And not in the body. Gotta get rid of that. Alright, and not in there, obviously. Or in there. Or in there. Not gonna worry about the legs so much. Yeah. No, and not in the hands either. Well, not the arm guards. There we are. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. And oh, sorry, the connection just dropped. Get that back for you, so you can see it right before I bring the stream to a close for the evening, because this is a really good spot to stop. There we are. So yeah, that's where we are now. So this is what I'm going to send to that person and see what they think. And then based on what the response is, I'm either going to keep going with this and get like a final line version of it where I simplify the lines down for transferring to the card. That I won't be able to stream because, that's physical. That's in real space, in meat space, as they say, as some people say. I guess I should clarify. And so you won't be able to see that, but I'm hoping this person likes this, because I like where it is, and I would be happy if somebody responded to it the same way. But like I said, even if they don't, something will come out of this. That I can tell you. All right, let's switch to this. There we are. Yeah. Well, thank you for stopping by on a, as I said, shorter stream, right at 40 minutes, which is what I was planning. But this is good because I think I'm at a point where I'm willing to send this to this person now and say, hey, what do you think of this? Because this is a lot different than the first version I did. And yeah, So, as I said, I hope wherever you are, you're not experiencing triple-digit temperatures, or you're lucky and like us, you're going to get a break from them. That would be nice. And on that note, that's it. That is the stream for this evening. I may do an early stream on Saturday. We will see. I may have a chunk of time there where I can do a stream. Don't know that for sure yet, but if you get an alert, then obviously I'm doing one. So thank you for stopping by. Go experience some creativity somewhere else because it's good for your mind, your body, and your soul. And thank you for watching this. An hour or later, doesn't matter. Live or later, I should say. Doesn't make any difference to me. Just appreciative that you stopped by at all. And yeah, like I said, go do something creative or experience some more creativity. It's good for you. And if there isn't a weekend stream, then I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And until next time, thanks again for coming by and take care.